So I want to ask you, is writing a blog post the same as content writing? Ooh, that's a great question. If you're a freelance writer and you're wondering, I want to be a freelance writer, but I'm not quite sure if writing a blog post is the same as content writing. And are they the same? Are they different? What's all of this about? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm here to help you. My name is Elna from elnacain.com, and I share freelance writing tips for brand new freelance writers. If you need some help, make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a nice thumbs up so that I can start producing more content just like this for you. All right, so I'm going to talk about the difference between a blog post that you would see on a blog versus a blog post that you would see on a business page, for example. They're both blog posts, but one is primarily blog writing and one is primarily content writing. So I'm going to walk you through the differences. So I'm going to show you an example first of a typical blog post that you would see on a site that you would like a mommy site, or a blog that you like reading, like something like Pop Sugar, for example. I don't know, just giving you some ideas. I don't read a lot of lifestyle blogs. I don't go out and read that because I read more content writing stuff. But anyways, I do own a blog called Imperfectly Perfect Mama, and I do get guest writers, so other bloggers, other moms that have a blog and they want to grow their audience. So they guest blog on my site, and they provide blog posts for me. And I give an outline of what I want, but sometimes I'll get a submission like this, and I'm okay with that. I will publish it. So as you can see, the title is New Mommies, New Worries, and it's about, I'd say maybe 700 words. Right there you go. That's it. So you can see that this is just a typical blog post. The biggest things I'm going to tell you are what this is and how that's different than content writing. So for example, let's look at the headline. The headline doesn't draw me in too much. It doesn't have a benefit. It doesn't tell me what I'm going to be learning in this blog post. So when you are writing for clients, this is the type of content or title that you wouldn't normally have. It would be benefit driven, basically, feature driven of what the expectations are. So, ideally for a client piece, it's going to be like, how to something, something, something. 50 ways to something, 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 right? Like it has exactly who the audience is and then how you're going to help them. You can quickly see on something like Blogging Wizard, which I write for Blogging Wizard. Oh, that's funny. Blogging Wizard's not up right now. Did I spell it wrong? Because I did. All right, here it is. For Blogging Wizard, you can quickly take a look at the blog content on there and just look at the type of headlines that these blog posts have. So here's a how-to. How to choose a domain name for your blog. How to choose a web host. 23 factors to consider. How to turn audience pain points into blog post ideas. So you can see there's a lot of how-to and list post. 15 best Google AdSense alternatives to make money from your website. All right, so you can see that there is some kind of benefit that I want. Oh, I want to make money. Okay, I'm going to read this post about Google AdSense alternatives. It answers a question maybe that I'm having, a challenge that I'm having. What is a conversion rate optimization? A quick guide for beginners. Wow, I was learning about conversion rate, and I want to know more about it. Here's a blog post that will tell me about it. All right, so you can see that from a client's perspective, they're going to want a writer that has these types of headlines. And so over on my guest posting blog, this doesn't have that, but that's okay, right? So another thing that blogs usually have is it's more personal. This is a story of this person who wrote it, Taryn here. This is her story, okay, about new moms with new worries. It's all about her and how she gave birth and her story about becoming a new mom. All right, so blog posts are highly personal. And you know what? And that's what I do for Twins Mommy. Twins Mommy does have some personal blog posts, although I am using it as a business. So my content is more content writing on Twins Mommy. I do have personal posts that I share. So for example, if you just go to on Twins Mommy, you go to the twins section. These are all very personal stories about me and my twins. I had a very difficult time with the kindergarten drop off with my twins. It was grueling and so painful for both of us, for my twins and for myself. I shared my story here. I share how I was getting my twins ready for school. Hopefully that the kindergarten drop off wouldn't be what it was, but unfortunately it was. I have some funny posts about what my twins say to each other. And then here's a post exactly of, my doubts as a mother. This is a personal story. So I do share that on my personal blogs. So that's blog writing. Another thing is that a lot of blog posts don't have a conclusion. It's not like a formal conclusion. Now, there are some blog posts that are blog writing, mom bloggers, parenting blogs, lifestyle blogs that do have conclusions, but a lot of them don't. So, for example, you can see from this post, it doesn't really have anything here. It doesn't have a conclusion. It doesn't have a call to action. It's not telling me what to do in the comments, right? Content writing has a call to action at the end. It asks a question, or it gives a reader something to do. Sign up to my email list to get such and such, or asks, what are your worries as a mom? Share with me in the comments below. Or it might say, please share this post with your friends and family. It's some kind of call to action, and this post doesn't have that. All right. Another difference between blog writing and something like content writing that you would see here on Blogging Wizard is that it's highly, highly conversational. All right. There might be run-on sentences. There might be phrases here. It's as if this person is just talking to their friend, and this is what it is. There might be fragments here and there, but that's okay. This is a blog post. It's a personal blog post, so it's going to be very conversational. It's going to use slang, maybe. It's going to use words like just and very and so and all that stuff in a very casual manner, right? And that's okay. Again, this is a blog post. It's not a post that you would give to a potential client, okay? You can have conversational writing for your clients, and I encourage that, but you have to balance that with some formal writing, with some great writing tips so that you can walk an audience person through your post and it makes sense and it's helpful and it solves a problem, right? Versus having a story as your main blog post and finding the message within that story, which this mom did because, again, this is her own story. All right. Some blog posts versus content writing posts don't have subtopics. They're not breaking up their posts. Like this post has nothing. It just doesn't have any subtopics in it. Now, there are a lot of regular bloggers that do incorporate subtopics, but I've seen many bloggers that don't. And so it's just sort of their own tips in one big block here, right? Again, with your content writing for clients, you need to have subtopics. That's what they're paying you for. So incorporating that is important to break up your content for a client. And then, sorry, I'm looking at my notes down here. The biggest thing for blog writing versus content writing is that blog writing is a story. I mean, it's a story and it oftentimes is short, right? So like I said, this is only like maybe not even 800 words. Content writing for clients are going to be, 1,200, maybe 800 to 1,200. For long form, it's going to be, 1,800 to 3,000 words or longer. So businesses know that they need writers that can provide that type of valuable content. You can't provide a lot of value in only 600 words. Now, granted, there are freelance writing jobs that ask for blog posts like that, but their audience and their strategy is different than a lot of the clients that I work for. You're going to find higher paying clients that value writing are going to ask you to write these types of valuable content that is long form, right? Clients that don't want that value, that want just bulk writing, aren't going to pay a lot for that because they know it's not going to be valuable writing. You can't provide all that value in only 500 words, right? So their strategy is different. That's why their content, they value content low. But I don't work with those clients, and I don't teach my students in Write Your Way to First 1K to find those types of clients. All right, so let's dive more deep into content writing, exactly the things. I'm going to move my notes over here. So content writing has a beginning, middle, and end. So if we go and let's see if we can find my posts, so we can dive into my posts. Here's one. I'm going to go to my name here. All right. So my posts on Blogging Wizard have a beginning, middle, and end. So if we go to this one, you can take a look exactly at the type of headline that I produced. 7 tools to help you craft headlines that drive clicks. All right. So it's a list post. I tell you exactly what I'm going to talk about and the benefit that it gives this person reading it. It's going to drive clicks, which means traffic to their site after they read this post and implement these tips. All right. Here is a subheadline. Here again, I'm going to go and make sure that they're understanding what I'm talking about. And here they are. Here are the topics. So inbound now, title generator, impact blog, title generator. These are all little generators, and it goes on. So I have lots of little subheadings that is breaking down this blog post. Okay, these are all headliners. And then I have another headline that is the conclusionary paragraph. Okay, so I provide Blogging Wizard with a complete blog post with a complete idea. I tell them those 7 tools, but I also share some reasons why you need those tools. Well, no one's reading your post, and I tell you about it. So the second thing that content writing has that a lot of blog writers don't use, like mom bloggers, parent bloggers, lifestyle bloggers, are stats and facts. So for example, here you can see 80% of people don't even read your blog post. I have here, in fact, your headline alone can be responsible for up to 500% difference in your traffic, right? Like, I'm giving you specific stats and facts about what I'm writing about. I'm going to tell you that the reason why you should use these tools is because 80% of people aren't even reading your post, and that it's going to make a huge difference to your overall strategy if you start incorporating these headline tools, right? So again, I'm providing value by saying, look, I'm credible here. I know what I'm talking about because here are the stats to back up what I'm saying. All right. So content writers provide that. Clients seek that as a freelance writer that they hire. I also provide specific tips. So if you went and looked at the outline of this post, these are specific things that I'm talking about. So I'm providing specific tips that they can use. Another thing that you can see in this post is that I'm using images, like screenshots of what I'm talking about. A lot of bloggers, when you read like posts on Pop Sugar, for example, I mean, they're not always going to have images. They might have an Instagram image, or they might have some beauty shots here and there. But I'm talking about real things here, real tools, and I'm going to show you a screenshot of that tool, right? It makes it easier for the person to read it, and the clients are happy when you do that because they have readers on their blog that are staying on their blog, that are converting for them. All right. Yes, so those are the main tips. And then finally, this post isn't personal. I'm not sharing my story about using these headline tools and how it helped my blog. I'm not doing that, all right? There are times where I do talk about my personal strategies, but that's because a client asked me to, or I asked the client if I could mention that. I do occasionally mention my blog here and there, and I talk about my strategy on my blogs here and there, if it makes sense and if it provides value to that blog post that I'm writing. Okay, so those are the main differences between being a content writer for businesses versus just a blog writer for your personal passion blog. All right, you can see the difference. So if you need more help, make sure to visit elnacain.com and subscribe to this channel. Tell me in the comments below what you think the main difference between a content writer and a freelance writer is. What are you going to work on so that you can move up from a hobby writer to a paid writer? Let me know in the comments below. All right, I'll see you in the next video.